Hi everyone, this is Brian and welcome to my power case, Earth, Wind, and Tire. You are going to practice a realistic case interview. If you are watching this on YouTube, I want you to comment on this video with your actual responses. I will then reply back with my assessment of your response as either good or great. Okay, let's get started. Our client is the vice president of a tire manufacturing company. The company is ready to launch a new tire that would last about 20% longer than traditional tires. However, they're uncertain of what their pricing strategy should be given the competitive environment. The company has brought you in to help them determine how they should price it. So with that said, pause the video now and write down any clarifying questions you have. Okay, in regards to a clarifying question you may have asked regarding the company's objective, its hope is that it could drive a higher profit margin given the premium nature of its product. Great, so go ahead and take a few moments to lay down how you would approach this problem. Okay, pause the video now, write down your structure, and then say it out loud. Now I'm going to talk through an example of a good, typical case structure. I'd like to take a look at two areas, the product and the competition. Within the product, I'd like to see what is it about this new product that is new to market? How do we price our tires today? What's the customer benefit of the new product? And then within the competition, I'd like to understand, how does this new product of ours compare to what the competition has today? And how does the competition price its products today? Great. Now go ahead and let me know where you want to start and why. Okay, pause the video for just a few moments, write down your key questions that you'd like to explore, and then say them out loud. Now I'm going to talk through an example of a good, typical example of leading the analysis. Okay, within the product, I'd like to understand what makes our product special. How do we price our tires today? And do we have any market research on our product and specifically any information on customers' willingness to pay? And then for the competition, how does the competition compare to our product and how does the competition price today? So here are some answers to your questions. For customers, our customers are fleet management companies that own many trucks, and we don't have any additional information on customer segments. We have some information from recent market research that we can share in Exhibit 1. For products, our new tire lasts 20% longer than the traditional tires we sell, as well as the competition's tires. Now, we don't know specific barriers to purchasing, and there's not so much a cannibalization concern as there is a concern that given the new tires would last 20% longer, the concern is customers wouldn't have to buy the company's new products as frequently. And today, I can tell you the pricing model construct is that we sell at a fixed price per tire. In terms of the competitive environment, there is enormous pressure from a range of tire makers, including fast-rising Chinese and South Korean tire manufacturers. We're concerned that we can't get the level of premium pricing that we'd want for our premium product. And we know that the competition doesn't sell anything like this, nor are they planning to sell anything like this. It took a lot of product innovation on our part to get this new product lasting so much longer. And in terms of the pricing model construct for the competition, they're selling using the same pricing model as ours, selling at that fixed price per tire. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at exhibit number 1, which has some data the client has shared with us. Great. Here's market research data that the client just provided. Take a moment to read through. What are your thoughts on how we might want to change our pricing model? Okay, pause the video for just a few moments and talk out loud what you're seeing here. Now I'm going to talk through an example of a good, typical way of uncovering key insights. Okay, it seems to me that our customers want some sort of flexibility for what they pay based on their own economic conditions. So perhaps we sell new service guarantees or warranties with these new tires that compensates them if the tire fails earlier than what we claim. The client has shared an exhibit with the following information. They'd like you to calculate the price they should charge per mile per truck in order to get a 20% revenue increase over the old model of pricing by tire. Pause the video for just a few moments, write down, and then talk out loud your math calculations. Now I'm going to talk through an example of a good, typical way of the math. Okay, so there's number of trucks, so that's 50 times 450. So that's 450 times 100 over 2. So that's 400 over 2 is 225 times 100 is 22,500. And then in the old model, that's 350 times 18. So let's see, 35018. This is the multiplication, 0, 0, 6, 2, 1, 0, 0, 5, 360,100, 350, no, it can't be 35018, 280, 350, no, that can't be right. Right, let me try it, 35018, 2800, yeah, it's 2800, not 2600, and then 3500 is right. So that gets me 00315. Okay, so 6300. Okay, so 6300 is what we're making, and we need to make 1.2 times 6,300, so I'll do 63 times 12 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. Put the 0, 3, 6. So that's adding 6, 5, 7. Okay. So 7. Yep. And then so 75, 60. Yep. Okay. So then we know that they do 500 miles, so the question is, what should the new price be? So, let's see, so 70, I'll do 500, well, I know it's 500 miles, so 7560 over 500, I'll divide each side by 5, yeah, 500 times 360, yeah, so 36 times 5 is 0 to 1800 times another 100k. Alright, so that's 100,000 times, no, 180,000 times the unknown, which I'll represent as x times 7560. So you gotta divide each side by 7560. 180007560. No. Alright, 7560 over 180,000, which is like 756 over 18,000, which is 378 over 9,000. So I'll divide each one by 9. 9 into 378, put the 4, an extra, yep, 40, so it's really 42 over 1,000. 42 over 1,000 is, 42 over 1,000 is 4.2 over 100, which is 0.04, okay, so 4 and 2/10 of a cent. Okay, now let's take a moment to think about some considerations if we were to offer a per mile per truck type of pricing offer. What should the client be thinking about? Pause the video for just a few moments, talk out loud, and jot down some of your thoughts. Now I'm going to talk through an example of a good, typical example of idea generation. Okay, well, we need to consider how competitors might respond to our pricing change, and we need to train our sales force to know how to talk about the advantages of the per mile option, since it's going to be new for a lot of people. Let's say the VP walks in and wants a quick overview of your findings and recommendations. What would you tell him? Now I'm going to talk through an example of a good, typical recommendation. We found that we can price this new product using a new pricing model of dollars per mile at 4.2 cents per mile. And as a next step, we need to assess how competitors may respond to our new pricing model, and we need to think about enhancing the training of our salespeople so they can speak intelligently about the benefits of this new pricing model, because it is going to be so new and different in the marketplace. So it's important that all of our employees understand this change and how it may impact customers. Now that you finished the case, I want to remind you to comment on this video with your actual responses. I will then reply back and score each of your responses as either good or great. Go ahead and pause the video now so you can see how I would grade you. What you just saw was a realistic example among the top tier consulting firms. The responses that you heard are what I would consider to be good, but not great answers. Unfortunately, these merely good responses will not get you an offer from the top tier consulting firms. Given the intense degree of the competition, only great performance will virtually guarantee an offer. If you were to take away just one thing, it is this fact: the bar to pass is much higher than you think. You need to see and practice what great performance looks like. So to see the same case with a top 1% performance, just go to passthecase.com/great.